Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Come on in here. You have officially been invited to another week's life lesson. Come on in, come on in, come on in. It's a good one today, y'all. It is a good one today. I don't know, I'm feeling great today. I feel good. Um, I feel blessed. I'm so happy to be here. And I am excited about things changing in the new year and new seasons and even some things that are happening in my life. I'm very happy and excited about and things that I want to share with you all and just growing and learning and moving forward with the things that I have been doing on the regular basis, new things that I have been learning. I want to share with you all. I am so grateful and glad that God is using me in this way. So I want to take advantage of every opportunity that I have to come before you guys, as long as God grants me the time and the energy and the space and everything that I need to come before you and relay these messages. That is what I am going to do. So I am more than happy to be here and to be able to want to relay these messages over to you guys. And I really hope that these messages are being beneficial in some way to someone somewhere. I'm not only ministering to you when I am relaying these messages, I am ministering to myself as well. And I'm telling you that God uses me, because I'm like, that it's not me. I give God the glory for it. And sometimes all the time, he uses me and works through me. So sometimes you think it's me talking when it's really the Lord. But I'm grateful to be used in this way. So welcome and come on in here and get your mind right. Get all settled in and relax and breathe and center yourself, center your thoughts and calm down your anxiousness and whatever happened this morning or argument from last night or whatever. Don't bring none of that junk on here. This is a positive space where we can relax and be comfortable and learn. So that's what we doing today. So good morning, and once again, we have arrived to another Wednesday's life lesson. It is time to dive into our minds and explore the hidden treasures that lies within. And there are so many hidden jewels and golden nuggets and treasures, and sometimes we don't take the time out to explore these parts of our minds, and not intentionally, but maybe we can just be so busy, occupied with our normal activities and everything that we do on the regular basis, that we just don't take time out to think about some of these things. And I'm a thinker. I just am. I mean, we all are. The human brain does some miraculous things. We don't even understand the ways that the human brain works in, but you want your mind to work in a way that it is going to be beneficial to you. You want to be able to overpower your negative thoughts and replace them with positive thoughts. You want to be able to meditate and think about positive things and things that are going to grow you or learn something and move forward, move ahead to the next levels of your life. You want this experience, this one unique experience that we have in life, to be a positive experience in the best way possible. That we can do that if we learn how to take power and control over our own thoughts and in our own minds. And once we are able to take control over our thoughts and our minds, then we control the direction that our life goes in. So you don't want to be overcome by the challenges of life. Things are going to happen. Things happen beyond our control every single day, but we still have the choice, despite of the circumstances that surround us. We still have the choice to decide whether we want to have a good day, whether we want to be in a good mood, whether we want to be happy today, or we can just be overwhelmed by these things and let them dictate the direction that our life goes in. And we don't want to be that person. I don't want you to be that person. I don't want to be that person. I want to control my life. I mean, in all reality, God is in control, but we do have power over our thoughts and over our energy and over the direction that God is leading us in. And we want it to be pleasant for us. And I don't think that we realize the power that we have over that. We can utilize that power. Sometimes we can package that power up and sit it over in a corner, and we can use it when we think we are able to use it. You have unlimited sources of ability and power and knowledge and everything that you can use to benefit your life. So we need to unpack that power and use it to our benefit every single day. Don't just let it sit in the corner and collect dust. Take your power back. Take your power every single day and use it. Don't matter who don't like it. It don't matter. Oh, she happy again today. Yes, she's happy again today because that's what she chooses to do. So that's what we doing. That's why I talk to y'all. Listen, y'all think it's a game. I do this every single day. I do it for myself. I'm not just telling you things that I don't know. I'm telling you because I utilize my power on a regular basis in my personal life, with my and my workplace, and with my motherhood, whatever that I encounter every single day. No, things are not going to go in your favor every single day. No, people are going to be who and how they are, but we can't let that affect us, because in our reality, the only person that you can control is you. So you might as well take that control and do something that you can actually do that will actually be beneficial to you. Do something that you have the power and control to do. Sometimes we try to do things like you don't even have that much power to be controlling other people and other things. The only power and control that you do have that is going to be effective, that you can utilize, is the power and control to control your own thoughts, control your own actions, control your own mind. And sometimes we can minimize that and think that we can power and control and have power and control over everything else, and we don't focus on ourselves enough. So let's focus on ourselves today. This is what I have been doing. Like, most of my messages all like point the finger back to us, because that's what we need to focus on, not other people, not other things, and all of that kind of stuff, the young and the restless, and what's happening in the neighborhood, going on in the news and around the corner, and politics and the prices of gas and all that kind of stuff. We can't control none of that. Our ignorant family members, they are going to be who and how they are. It's nothing that you can do about that. That don't mean you can't live the life that you want to live. So we should still pursue our own joy, our own peace, our own happiness, and go after the life that we truly deserve in our hearts, because this is what you deserve. You work hard, you're a good person, you will do anything for anybody. You should be happy every single day. So we shouldn't deny ourselves the things that we are that's rightfully ours within our life. So before we get started, let's take advantage of this opportunity to pause for a few moments of silent gratitude. For those of you who are familiar with my life lessons, this is what I do on Wednesdays. close your eyes, or you don't have to close your eyes, whatever you choose to do. But I do want you to center your thoughts and clear your minds. Take a couple deep breaths and think about, just in those few moments, count to 5 and think about the things that you are most grateful for. That is going to channel your energy and put you where you want to be. I do it for a reason. I wake up in gratefulness and gratitude and thankfulness. Every moment of my life is a prayer of gratitude. It don't matter where I'm at, where I'm going, what I'm doing. Like, people don't even know. You could be standing right beside me in mid conversation and I'm like, thank you, Lord, thank you, Lord, thank you, Lord, because I have so much to be grateful for. And instead of me focusing on the things that I don't have, you literally rise your vibration to a higher level where greatness is. Greatness does not vibrate at low levels. So you will not meet your ultimate potential and your ultimate greatness if you are vibrating at low levels. When you vibrate at high levels, count your blessings, you will come face to face with the greatness that lies ahead for you. There's so many great things that are waiting for you, and you're not going to meet those things vibrating at low levels. That's one reason why I make a sound choice in my mind to be grateful every moment of my life. So I want that to be something that we are all getting used to. That's why I like to do it collectively on here, so we can raise up that energy together. I hope you all choose to do it with me. I don't know who does it or who doesn't, but I will continue to do it. So this is a part of every life lesson that I do on Wednesdays. I only do life lessons on Wednesdays. And before I jump into my topic, we take a few moments out to take just gratitude. Think about the things that you are most grateful for. Raise your own vibration so you can walk into your greatness. So here we go. Close your eyes or not. Take a couple deep breaths and just be grateful just for a moment. I'm telling you, that's the best part of the I always get so, oh my gosh, like just whelmed up with tears and everything, because I have so much to be grateful for. I just really do. And I know I don't stand alone when I say that. I cannot possibly. So many things happen on a regular basis, and I don't take anything for granted. Anytime my adult children that don't live at home with me, if I wake up and I see a text message from them, good morning, Mom, I love you, I am so grateful to God. I know that they are happy, they are safe, they're just checking on their mom. And I'm grateful. Though it's little things like that that makes my heart so grateful, because I know that some people can't receive a good morning text even from their child. You know, some children have went on before their parents, and I know that we believe that it should be the other way around, but we have to trust God in all things. He is the master of strategy, and why some children pass away before their parents, or whether it be sickly or tragically or violently, I don't know why. I don't have the answer to those questions, but I do know that every chance that I am able to talk to my children or see them or hear their voices, or I'm grateful for those things. I count my blessings on the regular basis. Those are not small things to me. Every time I pull into the parking lot at my home or open my front door after a long day, my heart is truly grateful. Every time I can get up or go to the bathroom or eat a meal or take a warm shower, I'm telling you, these things, is people out here that are not that fortunate to be able to do the regular things that we take for granted on the daily basis. As some people out here that are just not that blessed. It is very important that we learn how to count our blessings on a regular basis. So thank you guys for taking time out to do that for with me just now. And we should always get in the attitude of gratitude. So y'all ready for today's topic? Are you ready? Today's topic is self-trust. Self-trust. Trust in yourself, trust in your loved ones, trust in others, trust in God, trust in your mate, trust in your spouse, trust in your business partners, trust in life, trust in the process. Is self-trust. We are going to talk about trust in all different areas of our life. So that's what we're going to get into today. I don't want to rush this message, but I do have a time schedule that I really need to stick to today. But I am so overly excited about this message on trust today. Let me tell you how this is a message. This is not Sakara. I promise you, this is not Sakara. This is God. This is not the topic that I chose to speak on today. I said, you know what? Before I start writing, let me pray. It was one of those let me pray moments before I started studying last night. And it was so instant that God breathed this word into my spirit. So I don't know who needs this message on trust today. Even me studying trust did so much for me last night. I was like, whew. Like, I just love it when I pray and God answers me instantly. Sometimes he leave me hanging. Sometimes he like, I trust you. What are you going to do? What message do you want to relay? I'm like, listen, God, these are your people. Like, what do you want me to tell your people? So this is what God gave me. I promise you. I promise you. I went to prayer and on this topic, and for whatever reason someone needs to kind of shift their perspective maybe a little on trust, or think about trust, or maybe even having trust issues. I don't know. So here we go. Self-trust. So what is self-trust? I am so glad you asked. Self-trust is consistently, I love that word, staying true to yourself consistently. That's nonstop. Like, don't stop. Like, sometimes we get in the habit of doing something, and it is in our heart and in our mind for us to want to do this thing, but for some reason we fall off. We human, okay, we make mistakes, but you don't want to fall all the way off. So this word consistently really stood out to me, because it's hard for us to stay committed to things as human beings, and it's hard for us to stay consistent with things. And I mean, give us some grace. We're gonna give ourselves some grace, because like I said, we're only human, and sometimes we have so many other different things going on that it may be hard for us to stay consistent with certain things. And sometimes we can put the most important thing on the back burner, and I believe that we need to prioritize certain things like self-trust, and probably put some other less important things on a back burner, and prioritize the things that we really need to prioritize, so we can really get the enjoyment and fulfillment out of life that we really seek and desire and hope for. We can walk around feeling this yearning and this empty gaping hole in us, and we want to fulfill it, and we want to mask it, and we want sex, and we want to smoke a cigarette, and we want food, and we want to do drugs, and we want friends, fake friends, and we want validation, and all of these kind of things. We looking for these outside sources to mask our emptiness, and we are not seeking the right place that is really going to nurture and nourish us and replenish us and energize us and just all of the things that we need to be invigorated, and we need to be just fueled up every single day. Sometimes we can walk around emotionally drained, mentally exhausted, stressed out, and all of those kind of things because we are not looking in the right places and doing the things that we really need to do to feel the way that we really need to feel, to get that fulfillment that we need out of life. So that word consistently really stood out to me. I'm so glad I wrote that down. Consistently staying true to yourself. You have a obligation to stay true to yourself. Even if you don't stay true to nobody else, you have to stay true to yourself. It's so many fake people out here in this world now today. You so fake. You so busy. Listen, my bad. I'm not trying to be offensive, but there's people out here that are so fake towards other people and trying to act like something that they not, that they believe their own foolishness. Like, you can't even keep it real with yourself. You so fake. Like, come to stop. Because number one is obvious. Like, it's just obvious that you are not being true to others or being true to yourself. So we have to learn how to consistently stay true. This is what it says. I didn't make this up. I researched these things. This is not just things that I am elaborating off of, how I feel about what these things. I wrote down the things that stand out to me the most. And I love that because I elaborate off of these things and it just sounds so important to me. I don't know how it resonates with you, but this is where it's hitting at for me. So self-trust is when you treat yourself with love and compassion and refuse to give up on yourself. That is the key factor to success, is not giving up on yourself. When I talk about my testimony and how God allowed me to release myself from the strongholds that were on me, not only my addiction to drugs and alcohol, but whatever I had to suffer with, had to learn how to love myself after being abused as a child, sexually, mentally, physically, emotionally. I was abused in every way imaginable, even as a young child. I did not know what self-love was. I kept on searching and I kept on seeking and I kept on pursuing. I kept on pushing. I'm like, it's something somewhere. Like, this is not it. I was not convinced that the abuse that I endured as a child was true. I just wasn't convinced. I said, it gotta be something more, something. I felt like I was lied to. And at the bottom line was I was lied to about who I was, what I was going to be, and all of those kind of things. I'm like, what? I don't know. Listen, to each his own. I know people have issues that they have to deal with within themselves, but I just was not convinced of the things that people tried to convince me of about myself over the years. And one thing that I never did was I never gave up on myself. I never gave up on myself. Somebody asked me how you do it, how you stop using drugs, how you stop drinking, and how you turn your life around and all those kind of stuff. I was so persistent. I kept punching it, kept hitting it, kept running after it. No matter how many times I fell, no matter how many times I hurt myself, no matter how many dead ends I ran into, or how many brick walls that I hit, I just did not stop and did not give up. I just kept running into that wall until I knocked a brick out and I penetrated and I saw the sun shining through that hole on the other side, and I started tearing that brick down brick by brick, I started tearing that wall down until I saw the other side. I'm telling you what's out there waiting for you. So that is something that we really must take into serious consideration when we are trying to pursue our goals, pursue a better life for ourselves, get rid of anything that we feel as though is having a strong hold against us, something that is not serving you, something that is not aligning you with the will of God. You cannot give up on yourself. You can't, because if you do, it's never going to happen. The possibility of it even happening is going to be non-existent if you give up on yourself. So that's something that I want us to think about. So trusting yourself is one of the most helpful things you can do for you. Trusting yourself is one of the helpful things. Trusting yourself is one of the most helpful things you can do for you in your life. I want to read it just how I wrote it down. So, I mean, if you want to do something helpful for yourself in your own life, I mean, as much as we help other people and all of those things, we need to learn how to do more to help ourselves. And trusting ourselves is a way that we can help ourselves. So get to know yourself. Trust your own decisions. Push past yourself and push yourself, and also make your own decisions often. So sometimes we can rely on other people's decisions, and we always asking other people's opinions. What should I wear? What should I cook for dinner tonight? How should I wear my hair, or whatever? I don't know. We always asking somebody else's opinion to I don't know, maybe give us the confidence that we need to make a certain decision. And I'm guilty of it. I'm not free of that. I would ask somebody something, about my outfit if I'm going out, or the color of my hair, or I don't know, something like that. But I do rely on my own decisions as well. If I want something, I'll be like, I want that. I think it's going to look cute. I think that color going to look cute with my complexion. And if somebody be like, oh, you ratchet and you ghetto and you always wearing them colors. And I be like, and I am. Like, I don't do it for nobody else. I do it for me. So sometimes we have to rely on our own decisions and trust ourselves and what's going to make us feel good. We need to practice doing things like that often instead of relying on other people in their decision. I like my ratchetness sometimes. Like, I dial it down, dial it up, but I'm going to look cute regardless. So it really don't matter what other people got to say. I mean, we need to just learn how to relate. If that's something that you like, if that's your favorite color, or you like how you look in that outfit or that sweater or whatever, because people is haters. They gonna say whatever they want to say anyway because you look better than them anyway. So do whatever is going to make you feel good and you feel comfortable with yourself. So, like I said, get to know yourself. I love that. I am getting to know myself more and more every single day. And I really appreciate that, getting to know what I like and what I don't like, what makes me comfortable, what pleases me, and all of those kind of things. That is one way that we can be true to ourselves, is when we get to know ourselves. Sometimes we can know other people's likes and dislikes and all of those type of things more than we can know our own. So, trust your own decisions and push yourself. I wrote that down because I love the fact that it says push yourself. I find myself doing that often. I swam and I worked out yesterday, but I'm swimming in the deep end now. Like, the deep end is the part of the pool that I just walk past and looked at and watched other people swim into the deep end. But a friend of mine really gave me the courage to conquer the deep end. So now I'm like, all right, I'm pushing myself to go into the deep end of the pool and, being more comfortable down there. And I'm doing things that I'm not comfortable, that I was not so comfortable with before. And I'm pushing myself to do those things, even in my daily activity, doing things like swimming and working out and yoga, and I'm putting my body in different poses and all that kind of stuff that I never even imagined me put my body in these types of positions. And I'm glad I'm pushing myself to the limit of doing these things. And the more I push myself, I realize how strong I am, my capabilities, and the more things that I can do, because sometimes even us as human beings, we limit ourselves in our own minds. And I'm telling you that you are more capable of doing what you think you can do. So I want us to be able to push yourself past the limit that you think that you can go, because I'm telling you, you can go further than what you think you can go. And I know it because I do it every single day. I hear people make excuses for why they can't do what they really want to do. And in our reality, you can do it. You just don't know it. So I have an action step. I got some homework for y'all. Action step. Decide one thing you will do this week to trust yourself more. That's just something to think about. I'm going to do it. I'm doing it with y'all. So listen, I don't know. I got to think about it. Like, what are we going to do this week? It's not about just thinking about it or just talking about it. It's about doing it. Faith without works is dead. We have to put in the work. We have to do these things and watch the outcome and the impact that they are going to have on our lives moving forward. So think about that. Decide one thing. I ain't say a whole list of things or 20 things or nothing like that. But even if you are the type of person that struggle with trusting your own self, or you may not be, because I think I am the type of person, if I have not been before, I'm learning to trust myself more now. So I'm going to do this action step with you all. I don't know what I'm going to do, but once I am able to sit down and think about something that I can do to put myself to this challenge, it may be something big, it may be something small, but I am going to choose one thing this week that I can do to trust myself more. Oh my gosh, I'm just getting like bubbly in my guts. I don't know. Like, just different things are running through my mind. Like, woo! I don't know, but I'm going to do something. And I really encourage you all to do it as well. Trust in you. We have to learn how to trust within ourselves. So not trusting yourself can take a toll on your physical and mental health. People who struggle with trusting themselves tend to experience elevated levels of anxiety, depression, and guilt. So mental health issues are real. I don't know how many of you all notice that I do mental health Mondays. Every Monday I have declared, I don't care who like it or who don't like it, Monday should be mental health Mondays. We should not have mental health month, 1 month out of 12 months, 1 month out of the year, or mental health week, 1 week out of the year. We should, number one, we should focus on our mental health every single day. There should be one thing that you should do, or maybe even multiple things. But I'm just saying, Mondays should be a day that we really should focus on our mental health all day, every single Monday. Number one, because Monday is the first day of the week. I know a lot of people dread Mondays. I mean, you got to get up and go to work and deal with people and customer service or whatever line of work that you are in, and it's not going to be easy. But if you put yourself in a positive frame of mind, life won't be so challenging for you. And that's why I think Mondays are the perfect day to focus on our mental health. But people who don't focus on who struggle with trusting themselves, you open yourself up to these mental health issues. Anxiety is real. Depression is killing people faster than a speeding bullet. Honestly, there are more people dying on a regular basis from suicide and depression than there is people that get shot. every single day. Like, depression is real. And guilt. You don't want to walk around with guilt on you. No one wants to walk around with guilt on them. We want to live our lives guilt-free. So trusting gives us a more positive view on the world. So we want to be able to view the world in a positive aspect. We want to be able to look at the world as a place that we want to be. And when we walk around with this distrust on us, how can we possibly view the world as a positive place when we have all these doubts and these negative thoughts and distrust and all of these things that are not serving us? So trusting does give us a more positive view on the world, and we want that for ourselves. We want to be able to view the world as a positive place. We ain't got nowhere else to go. Like, where are we gonna go? Like, I don't know. Y'all know something I don't know? So learning to trust yourself can enhance your self-esteem and lead to more positive experiences, opportunities, and relationships. I love that. So we want to be able to enhance our self-esteem, raise our self-esteem, have a higher self-esteem. We want to have more positive experiences in life. We want the majority of our experiences in life to be positive, and we want to open ourselves up to more and bigger and better opportunities and better relationships. We want to open ourselves up to having better relationships. We just do, whether that may be romantic relationships, relationships within our family, with relationships with our children or our siblings or loved ones, or at the workplace. You want to be able to trust your boss. You want your boss to be able to trust you. You want to build that trusting relationship with whomever, wherever, whatever you're doing. You don't want to have a relationship with anybody that you got to look at them from the corner of their eye because you know they lying. Like, shut up, because I know you lying. You saying you gonna do something and you ain't gonna do it, or whatever. You don't want to be in a relationship with someone that you can't trust. Woo! Like, what kind of relationship is that? That's no fun. I've been there, and I had to get out because I cannot be in a relationship with someone that I can't trust. It wasn't serving me. It was stressful, and I wanted to move past that point in my life, and that did not hinder or dictate the way that I feel in any way that I have been betrayed or misused or abused. That does not dictate the way that I feel about other people, because I give everyone the opportunity to earn my trust. You have to give me a reason for me not to trust you. So I know this is probably like so weird, but I trust everybody. I just do. I mean, you have to give me a reason to not trust you in order for me not to trust you. Then I just know that you are someone that I can't become close with, and someone that I can trust. I am a very honorable person. I am a upright person. I am a trustworthy person. I can be trusted. So I would rather associate myself with people that I can trust. I want that to be reciprocated. So if you are in a relationship of any kind, in any way, with someone that you cannot trust, then I would encourage you to reconsider these people that you are associating yourself with, because that's no fun. So be yourself. Spend time with yourself and listen to what's going on in your head. I know sometimes we can just let these thoughts run rapid in our mind, but I want you to really listen to the thoughts that are going on in your head, because sometimes we could just be thinking some stupid, crazy stuff, and we can just let our thoughts just be idle. And an idle mind can be very dangerous. That does not work for us in our favor when we just let our mind just think about anything that it wants to think about. We have to gather our thoughts and say, stop it, hold up, wait a minute. What am I thinking about? And just listen to it. Listen to your own thoughts in your own head. And I'm telling you, it's something like I do it all the time. But like, that's just dumb. Like, come on now. Like, what are you thinking about? Why are you saying that to yourself? And why are you thinking about that or them or whatever? And I have to redirect my thoughts because that's not where I want my energy to be. That's not where I want my focus to be. That's not where I want my mood to be. And I want to be able to rely on the things that go through my mind on the regular basis. So I want you to take time out to think about the things that go through your mind on a regular basis. And I promise you that some of the things that you allow yourself to think about are going to sound foolish. I'm telling you, we could just think stupidly. Like, we could just allow our minds to run rapid for no reason. And we need to gather ourselves and collect our thoughts and get rid of those things. Like, start picking out the weeds and getting rid of the bad stuff and nurturing the good stuff. So keep the good stuff in there and water it and nurture it and allow it to grow and to penetrate into your spirit and to help you. Your thoughts should be able to help you, not work against you like a friction. You want to go with the grain. You want to go with the flow. You don't want to fight against your own self. And a lot of times we fight against our own self, and most of the time it starts within our own brains. So take time out to get to know yourself and your needs. Only you know what you truly need. So you have to take some time out to think about the things that we need, not what other people need, not what other people say, not what other people do, not what other people think you need. And my mama said I need to do this, and my sister said maybe I should do that. They don't know. They're not you. Once you become true to yourself and get to know yourself, you will realize what you really need. So make a pact with yourself to do better from this day forward. I just gave y'all some more homework. Listen, I'm giving y'all assignments today. Make a pact with yourself. It's almost New Year's. It is almost New Year's. We're going to be shooting out all these New Year's resolutions, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and all this kind of stuff. Listen, pinky promise yourself. What are you going to do that is going to benefit you from this day forward? Make a pact with yourself. Make a promise to yourself. It's time to do something. You have to do something, because let me tell you, no one is going to do it for you. No one is going to go inside. They don't care. They don't care if you're not healthy in your mind. They don't care if you're not healthy in your body. Most people want to see you suffer. Your own family. They don't care. Most people don't care as long as it's not them. So if they ain't gonna do it, then who gonna do it? You have to do it for yourself. And if you don't take the initiative to do it, it's just not gonna get done. That's the reality of it. So I want us to make a pact with ourselves. Whatever that thing is that you know you need to focus on, promise yourself from this day forward. Don't wait until the ball drop and we counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year's, and you sobered up, and it's January 1st, and then you got all these fake promises that you fed yourself, for these fake New Year's resolutions, and I'm going to do this and this, and I'm cutting that person off, and I'm not doing that anymore, and I'm gonna focus on my mental health and all those kind of things. I want us to be able to start doing those things now. I don't want them to be false promises. I want you to make realistic promises to yourself. Like, I know I need to do this. I know I have been suffering with this for way too long. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. This has been a revolving door. I've been going through some of these same emotions, some of these same things. I have been beating myself up. I have been letting myself be overwhelmed by life and by people and family and things and all of those kind of things. And it's time for me to say enough is enough. It's almost December. I don't know what today's date is, but I know it's still November. So before December 1st even gets here, don't even wait. I was going to say take those, 31 days from December 1st to December 31st and kind of focus on some of the things that we need to focus on. Number one, I hope you have been doing the Happy New You Challenge with me since June of 2023, when we have been focusing on the transformation and things that we want to see change for us in our life. If not, don't worry. Every year in June, I will be introducing my Happy New You Challenge. But we can make a sound decision at any given time to begin to rearrange some things in our life. So start today. I want you to start today. Make a pact with yourself today. Even if you choose one thing or two things or whatever, or the toughest thing, I'm telling you, tackle the toughest thing. If you tackle the thing that you have been putting off because it's too strenuous and it's too hard, and you have fed yourself so many excuses why you can't do it, and you've been putting it to the side and brushing it to the side and putting it on the back burner, and I need to do this, and I need to get my eggs lined up, and I don't have what it takes, I don't have what I need, all that bull crap that you have been feeding yourself, why you can't focus on the thing that you know you need to focus on. I want you to start focusing on that thing today, like today, and make a pact with yourself. Promise yourself that I am going to do better from this moment moving forward. You earned that. You deserve that. You've been through enough. You've been through enough. It is time to start lifting those burdens off of your back, step by step, day by day. Somebody asked me today, where do I start? What do I do? I'm telling you, this is how you start. You do it now. You don't wait another moment to start. You start in your mind. You start lifting those burdens and making sound decisions. Not while you drunk, not while you high, not while you off that lean and been popping them perks and all whatever you like to do with what floats your boat, with no judgment zone, when you done smoked your weed or whatever and you just thinking all kinds of stupid stuff anyway. No, in your sound mind, when you sober, when you wake up in the morning, before you had anything, drink you a cup of water and sit down and have a moment of reflection with yourself. You know what you need to do. You know what it is going to take. You know the things that you need to do to focus on yourself, to moving forward. So from this moment on, I want you to make a pinky promise and a pact with yourself that you are going to do better. And by trusting yourself, that is one sure way that you can guarantee that you are moving in the right direction. I want you to trust your own decisions and trust your own thoughts and do better for yourself. I'm going to do it too. I want to do it too. I'm not just telling you, I'm thinking about these things for myself too, because I know what I want out of life, and I know how hard I worked. I know how good of a person that I am. I know what I do for other people, and I deserve it. I know I've been through enough. I done been to hell and back on a handbasket twice, and I don't want to go back no more. So I'm done with it. That's it for me. I want to live the best life that I can possibly live from this moment moving forward. No holding back, no minimizing it. No, I mean, go big. Think big. Think about the most extravagant, most lavish, most whatever you want for yourself. Think about the gloriousness and the beautifulness and the things that you really want to make yourself happy. Do those things for yourself and watch it begin to happen. Start those things as thoughts within your mind. Speak positive things over your mind and watch these things begin to manifest over your life. It starts today. It starts as thoughts. It starts as actions, and it starts in your mind. Personalize it. My life does not look like yours. Your life does not look like mine. You know the things that you need to do, and it's time for us to begin to do these things. You deserve love. You deserve joy simply because you exist on this earth. God did not bring you here for no reason, for you to yearn of love and peace and happiness and joy. These things are the promises of God. These things are some of the fruits of the Spirit, and they are rightfully yours. And we don't want to live outside of the means of God. God did not create us to live in lack and want. So we want to be able to have these things, love and peace and joy and happiness and all of these things that are rightfully ours. So if you are not receiving these things, it is time for you to get your portion of them, because there's enough of it for everyone. So get yours. So trust God. How can we talk about trust and not talk about trusting God? So saying we trust God is one thing, but resting in Him is real trust in God. We got some of the holiest of the holies that can tell you, oh, I trust God, and where's your faith, and you need to put your faith in God and all of that kind of stuff. As soon as something happened, your hair is falling out by the patches and your pressure is going up and your heart is palpitating and you got to call the doctor and you just don't even feel good in your body. And I'm like, well, what happened? Like, don't count God out of the equation. I told myself that a long time ago. When all else fails, and don't even wait for all else to fail, but never count God out. That's something that we should never do. He should be your number one ultimate resource. So everything else might fail, but God might be brewing something up that you don't even know that He doing. And I'm telling you, because He did it for me so many times. And I have learned from allowing myself to be stressed out and relying on my own abilities or capabilities when God is capable of way more than what I am capable of. And I'm like, I felt so dumb. And I'm like, well, duh. And I'm just thinking about all my sources and natural resources and, trying to find earthly help when I didn't even consider I need to just put my full and complete hope, trust, and faith in God. And it worked. It worked every time, every single time. It never failed. It never fails. So you don't want to be the type of person who say you trust God and not really trust God. It's rest and relaxation, and you can kick your feet up and enjoy your meal and laugh and enjoy a great conversation and worship and praise and go about your daily life and do the things that you are meant to do on the regular basis, despite of the circumstances and everything that is going on around you, because you know that God is going to work everything. I'm talking about while the situation is at its height. Like, while the what has hit the fan. And I'm like, you all right? Like, you could go through the fire and not even smell like smoke. I'm telling you. And trust me, because I did it. A lot of people sat there and wanted to kick me around and roll their eyes and all this kind of stuff. Like, you don't even know what I'm going through. And then once you hear, they be like, wow, I didn't even know she was going through all that. And you study being nasty to me. That's because I'm not wearing it. I'm wearing faith. I'm wearing trust in God. No, you don't know what I'm going through because I ain't tell you. But that don't mean I'm not going through nothing because I'm resting in God. I have trust in him and that works for me. And I'm sure that it will work for you as well. So don't be the person that know how to talk the talk, but don't know how to walk the walk. So we have to learn how to rest in God and trust that he is going to work everything out in your favor because he is. He does it every time. We just make it harder for ourselves when we don't put our trust in God. So I'm telling you right now, God got you and it's going to be okay. So trust can be earned and restored. So even if someone has lost your trust, that don't mean they cannot regain your trust. I'm trying to give y'all a little bit of hope for some of these relationships and failed marriages and friendships or whatever. So we can restore trust. We got to give each other a little more forgiveness and grace and things like that because trust can be restored. I had to restore the trust of even my children after all that I have put them through. And it seems like I'm just recently regaining full trust of my children. Sometimes they look at me out the corner of their eye and like, is that the old mom or the new mom? Like, this is the mom. This is the mom that you deserved, that you always had, that really had to discover herself and who she truly was so she can be the mom that you deserve for her to be. So trust can be restored and trust can be earned, and you earn trust by trusting others, and in return they will trust you. So we walk around talking about I don't trust nobody and all this kind of stuff, but when you don't trust people, no one is going to trust you either. Like, why are you the type of person that can't trust nobody? So trust is given and trust is earned. If you have a hard time trusting others, it's because you don't trust yourself. Sorry, not sorry. If you don't trust other people, then you must have issues with trusting yourself. You don't trust your own decisions. You don't trust your own capabilities. You don't trust your own actions. You don't know, like, I don't even know what I'm going to do next. You have to learn how to trust yourself. And that way, maybe if you trust yourself a little more, then you are able to trust others. So start trusting one step at a time. Start trusting others and start trusting yourself. This is what I want to, this is going to make life easier for us. Just one small step at a time. I'm not saying throw all your eggs in one basket or nothing like that. Excuse me. I'm saying start trusting, other people one step at a time, and you can, despite of how you have been deceived so many times in your life. Number one, start with trusting yourself. And then start trusting other people just one little bit at a time. You don't even have to fully trust other people. You have to fully trust within yourself, but you can start trusting people. If you are one person that has trust issues with other people, start off by one minor thing that is going to help you learn how to trust people more and more, because it's good on the other side. I'm telling you, once you start trusting people more, you surround yourself with trustworthy people. Your whole crew is going to be trustworthy. And that's how I live my life today. I only surround myself around people that I know I can trust. I don't got time for ops. Like, whose side you on? If I can't trust you, I have to disassociate myself with you completely. Because if we go to war, like, where you won't be over there, I'm like, we over here. I just choose today to not associate myself with people that I know don't have my best interests at heart. Some people can be loud and proud with it. Like, I just don't even bang with you like that. I could care less whether you win or lose. Say no more. That means I can't trust you, and I need to not associate myself with you. So But you can make it where as though the the people that you do surround yourself with are trustworthy people. So that's how I live my life today. And I like it here. I can turn my back and I can trust that they're going to say great things about me, have my best interests at heart. They're going to say positive things to me. They're going to uplift me in front of my face or behind my back. I can ask them for some money and they can give it to me, or whatever. I just like surrounding myself with people that I know that I can trust. Like, it's a good feeling. So I mean, sometimes we can blame other people, like, why can't I trust you when you deceitful and you a liar and you said you was gonna do this? Why you putting up with it? Why you dealing with this? Not even the first, second, or third time that they have deceived you or lied to you. So now it's not their fault for being a liar. It's your fault by letting them do it to you. A liar is going to be a liar. You can't stop a person from being a liar. It's up to you whether you want to deal with it or not. So validate your own feelings. Don't look for outside sources to validate your own feelings. So tell yourself that you are good enough. Tell yourself that you are capable of the things that you can do. Tell yourself you are good enough. I am good enough as I am. Speak these positive things over yourself. Tell yourself that it's going to work out because I'm trying my best and I'm putting forth my effort and I'm doing a good job, and I studied and I tried and I worked and I'm doing something. Like, don't look for other people to validate you or your emotions or your feelings. Do those things for yourself. I'm talking about learning how to build up trust within yourself. So do self-validation techniques by speaking positive things over yourself. Tell yourself, you look good. I look good today. Or I'm glad I wore this shirt. Or I'm glad I did this. Or I'm glad I did that. Compliment yourself. Celebrate yourself. Congratulate yourself when you know that you have done a good job. Don't look for other people to do those things for you. Do it for yourself. Believe in yourself. We have to believe in ourselves. Rely on your own strengths and abilities. Have confidence, hope, and faith within yourself. You are more capable of doing what you give yourself credit for. Honor yourself and honor your own thoughts and feelings. Trust yourself, love yourself, and always do what's best for you because you need you. So that is how I ended that. Of course, I do have a affirmation. I think I wrote down a few affirmations and a famous quote from a famous poet, and I believe that he's a poet and author. But I don't know what that did for you, but that message on trust, on self-trust, on trusting others and trusting in God, I feel like I can move forward now. And I know it was so much confirmation in that, because I do like some of these things so much on the regular basis and they work for me. And it makes me want to do them even more. So if you are a person that struggles with trusting yourself or trusting other people, I hope that message did something for you, because sometimes we can abandon ourselves and abandon our own trust within ourselves, and we can rely on others and look for outside sources and all of those type of things. And it's just hard. It becomes a barrier. It becomes a roadblock. Then we always have these dark clouds hanging over our head, and it's time to remove some of those dark clouds so we can move forward within our lives. And having trust within ourselves is a sure way that we can kind of clear up the sky around us and remove some of those dark clouds and surround ourselves with sunny and bright and sunshine and rainbows and all that good stuff. I'm telling you, it works. It works. It works. These are things that I implement on my life on a regular basis. And like I said, I promise you, that was not me. That was a word straight from God. I think they call it a rhema word. And that was a pure, true word that came straight from God. Like I said, that's not even what I wanted to talk about today, but I'm so glad that I was obedient within relaying this message on trust, on learning how to trust. So I want you to think about that word all day long. Think about where it resonates with you and within your life, and how it can help you and be beneficial to you moving forward, because these are things that we should be able to rely on within ourselves, that is going to help us. We need each other, we need ourselves, and we need to be able to rely on each other. We need to be able to build healthy relationships. We need to be able to build a healthy relationship with ourselves, knowing that you are going to always do what is best for you. If no one else has your best interests at heart, you know that you want the best for you, and you need you even when no one else shows up, when no one else is around, when no one else picks up the phone, when you don't have a shoulder to cry on, when it's just you and God. You have to be able to learn how to trust yourself and trust God in all things. So I hope this message was very beneficial and effective to some of us. I know it's not going to resonate with everyone. It's going to stick with those who it is meant to stick with. And by all means, do the homework that we talked about in this message today. We talked about making a pact with ourselves, and we talked about doing something this week that is going to allow us to take action and to learning how to trust ourselves even more. So that's what we're going to do for ourselves. So my quote is from a man named Johann Wolfgang, and he was a poet and novelist. I forget when if he's current or someone of the past. Normally I look up all of those details, but I didn't this time. But this is what he said: as soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live. This quote stood out to me so much, because learning how to trust yourself literally gives you direction. It gives you a path. It gives you a format. It gives you something to go off of. So I found this to be so true, because it only makes sense to me. As soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live. It will clear up so much confusion in your mind. Like sometimes we can be like lost puppies in a maze. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. We have more questions than we have answers. And in all reality, we have the answers all along. You have the answers to the questions that you need. You just don't know how to rely on yourself and your own decision making, and be true to yourself, love yourself, learn yourself, and trust yourself. Everything that you have, you already need. So learning how to trust yourself will give you a pathway to go off of. It will clear up so much confusion. You won't have to ask nobody nothing but God. God will lead the way for you and show you in the way that you need to go. But if you don't trust God and you don't trust yourself, you are going to be lost and confused. You are going to be a lost puppy in a maze. It is going to be more difficult for you to find your way out of life situations and the things that we have to endure on the regular basis, our circumstances and the things that we have to deal with in our everyday life. It makes it that much more difficult when we don't know how to trust ourselves. So I love that quote. It just stood out. I've read so many quotes on self-trust, and that quote stood out to me the most, and that's why I love that so much. So I want you to affirm these things over yourself. Just a few simple affirmations. Think about these things all day long. Repeat them to yourself. My first affirmation is, I am in full control over my life. And I don't think we realize that. I don't think we realize how much control that we have over our own life. I think that we give the credit to others. We think that other people have the power and control over our life. We don't even realize the power and control that we have over our own lives. So I want us to be able to open our eyes up to that today. I am in full control of my life, because you are. Even if you have not been taking that power and control, maybe it's time for you to start taking your power and control back today. So I want you to speak those things over your life. I am in full control of my life. And my second affirmation is, I choose to trust the process. And that's one thing that we should do. I'm telling you, God is the master of strategy. He knows what he's doing. Sometimes we can be so anxious for things to play out, and we just want it to hurry up and happen, and we don't understand why certain things are happening the way that they are happening. But we have to learn how to enjoy the process, to enjoy the lesson, the journey, the beauty in it, and we have to trust it. We have to trust it and not be so anxious to see what the end result is going to be. Just enjoy the moment, every moment of it. So we have to learn how to trust the process. So that is our magic word for today. I don't know how many times I said trust within the past hour and 15 minutes. I said trust so many times, but it feels good to be able to say the word trust, because we don't trust. We don't trust as much as we need to. And I think that it would make our life so much easier and so much better if we learn how to open ourselves up to trust. So that is what we are going to do. That is our word for today. It is trust. So I'm not going to take up no more of your time. Thank you all so much. I have been here long enough. I know I went past my hour, but thank you so much for being patient with me. Good morning, and thank you all who decided to pop in and join me on this live broadcast. Whether you decide to watch it now, go back and watch it later, watch it now and later, replay it, pick up on a few things, whatever you choose to do. I just thank you so much for your presence here. It means so much to me, because without you, there would be no me. You give me the initiative to continue to move forward. You make me want to continue to move forward just by being present. And your hearts and stars and thumbs up, your reactions and your views and your likes and your shares and all of those things. I do not take any of those things for granted. If I have not told you today, this month, this year, I'm telling you right now, thank you so much. It means so much to me, 100% so much to me. It really feels like what I'm doing is not going in vain, that it is worth me taking my time out to dig into these studies and do the things that I do on the regular basis. Your presence means so much. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Before I go, really quickly, just let me say a heart to give. I am still accepting donations for my holiday giveaway, and that is where I go visit homeless shelters in my area. I make gift bags and just give favors in these bags, and I give it to as many people as I could possibly gift these things to, just to let others know that they are thought about, they are cared about, even in these times of holiday season. Some people may not have family or can't be with their loved ones, or may be struggling in their health or in their minds, or with drug addiction. We don't want to count those out who still struggle with alcohol and drug addiction. We still want to let them know that there is hope for them. We have all fallen short and made mistakes that have been damaging to our lives in one way or another. None of us are perfect. We are not better than anyone else, so we don't want anyone to feel counted out or left out or forgotten about. So that is the basis of my mission. When I open my nonprofit up, a few times during the year to give to those in need. So my Cash App is my first and last name. That is Sakara Bay, SAK $ SAKRAH, last name BEY in all caps. Please make sure you see the yellow and black logo. And I pray that you will have a heart to give. That is the name of my nonprofit, is A Heart to Give. And I am hoping that many of you will find it within yourselves to give on this holiday season, in the midst of doing everything else that you are doing for your loved ones and your children and your family. By all means, enjoy all of those things, but don't deny yourself the gift of giving, because you don't only do for others when you give, but you do for yourself as well. You open yourself up to receive more when you learn how to give. So thank you in advance for those of you who will decide to give to this year's holiday giveaway. And really quickly before I go, don't forget, if you have not liked, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, that is True Value, Knowing Your Worth on YouTube. Also, my books are available and on sale on Amazon. You can order your paperback copy. You can order your Kindle version. You do not have to have a Kindle device to order it on audio or Kindle version. That just means you get a digital copy of the book where you can just go to whatever device that you have, scroll through, read it, change pages. It is different from having an actual paperback copy, but it is still the same content. It is available to you at your own leisure. So my books are, my first book is True Value, True Value, Knowing Your Worth. My second book is Walking Treasure, Discover Your Hidden Treasures. My third book is Feed Your Soul, and that is your personal guide to health and wellness. And my fourth book is called Religiously, and that is taking a closer look at spirituality and religion. So thank you all so much for your love and support, and I just pray that you just go out here and get over this hump and have a blessed Wednesday. Please look forward to me coming back on Friday, Lord willing. I will be here with just a quick pop-in just to check on y'all, just to see how y'all doing on Friday. Just a quick pick me up to get your weekend started, and give you some positive vibes. So look for me on Friday morning at 9 a.m. But in the meantime, enjoy this day, enjoy your life, enjoy each moment, enjoy each other. I want us to be able to enjoy. I want us to be able to laugh and love and hug and all of those things that we like to do, especially in this holiday season when families are getting together. This is the most pleasant time of year for me. I truly enjoy the seasons of Thanksgiving and Christmas, so I want to enjoy this to the fullest, and I am enjoying it already. And I want you all to do the same. So don't forget, learn how to trust within yourself and do what is best for yourself at all times. Speak positivity over yourself. Think positive thoughts within your head. Remind yourself of your greatness. Feed off of your own positive strengths and your capabilities and the things that you know that you are able to do on the regular basis. There is so much greatness out here waiting for you. And I don't want you to get in the way of your own blessings. So let's begin to remove these barriers, remove these roadblocks, remove the things that have probably been standing in our way for so long. Let's begin to remove these things out of our way so we can move forward and live the life that we really yearn to live. It is still there. It is still waiting for you. You just have to take the initiative and take the necessary steps to pursue it. You have it within you. You got this. We got this. So let's go. It's go time, y'all. I love you. God bless you. In the meantime, you guys continue to stay blessed.